Guys, I finally realized, that question that we always ask, where did my money go? I finally have the answer for you guys. For me, now I know exactly where every penny of my money goes to. January, oh my god, guys, January took almost everything from me. I'm looking at this sheet and I'm like, what? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Dima Otutu, and on this channel I create content on self-development and personal finance. I am here to report myself. This video is based on what I spend in a month living in Berlin. So please, it's going to be different. This is not exactly what I spend every month, but for the month of January 2023, I present to you my financial sheet. I call it 2023 Daily Money Tracker. I made a promise to myself that in the year 2023, I'm going to track every expenses I made. I'm going to track every single penny I made as well. Let me know if we are going backwards or if we are going forward. I just want to know exactly, because they say if you cannot track it, you cannot. If you cannot track it, you cannot, plan or handle it properly. I don't know if that makes sense. Because I'm trying to live a more intentional life, I'm trying to be sure that I'm tracking, especially when it comes to my personal finance, I'm trying to be sure that I'm tracking everything and sending every penny a message, right? I don't want to just stay and be calculating in the cloud, oh, this is how much I spent, or this is what I think is taking my money. So tracking this has helped me realize a lot of loopholes when it comes to my savings or how I spend my money. So if we look at this sheet, you can see here that I said is my 2023 tracker. And guys, I say every single day I tracked everything. I didn't even if it was as low as 0.01, because I just wanted to be sure how I was spending my money. So you can see here that I put down everything. 1st of January, I used one thing that is very funny is the way I use this Apple Pay. I feel like I need to delete it from my phone. I use Apple Pay like Apple is actually paying. Guys, I spent a lot of money in 2023. I'm not even joking. In this January, I spent a whole lot of money that when I was at the end of the month, when I was looking at it, I'm like, what the hell? But just watch with me. Let's see. So on the 1st of February, they debited me 4 times. Groceries, Bolt, which is transportation, Bolt like Uber, and then drinks at the club. On the 1st of January, we celebrated our new year. We went to a place called Brandenburg Gate, where the fireworks and everything. From there, we went to the club. So I spent 18 euros there. House contribution, because I live with people. Most times we contribute to keep the house running. So on that 1st, this was what I spent, and then you can track it down. On the 2nd, transport, gym membership. I pay monthly 20 euros. Scrib subscription. This Scrib is an app that I use for my reading. I like to read, so I subscribed for it. It's cheaper for me because I can have access to all the books I want after paying these 10 euros. Then for phone, I actually bought a new phone. I did the unboxing in my 2nd channel if you want to check it out. So this phone, I paid 1,913 euros. This was actually what took the spending really high. This is close to 2,000 euros. And why it was this expensive is because I wanted to, to me, is an investment, because I create content and short form contents are making serious waves online, and YouTube has started paying for them. So the previous phone that I had, which was the iPhone 11, it wasn't capturing, the quality wasn't as great, one, and then I had serious storage issue that every time I want to create a content, I always have to delete some things, and it was very frustrating. And then the battery also wasn't good enough anymore. Like if I charge it and start using it, let's say from 6 a.m, by 10 a.m it's already low. So I needed to invest in a better phone. I also bought insurance for it, because the phone technically is like 1,588 or something, but because I had to buy insurance, in case it gets stolen or I lose it. That one cost me around 300 and something, so everything boiled down to 19. And then for insurance, teeth, I pay insurance for teeth because I don't know why, for some reason, for very good reasons, I like taking good care of my teeth. So this monthly payment of these teeth, whatever, helps me. Like if I want to go for teeth whitening or teeth cleaning, I don't have to pay. And then I did groceries on the 4th. On the 5th, I bought myself, there's this tripod, hold on. So because I create short form content, I needed a very good tripod for myself to be able to use that. And luckily, this short form content, to show you that it makes sense, I've already monetized my vlog channel, and most of the subscribers, like let's say 30% of the subscribers, come from those short form content. So I'll say that these are very good investments, even though I haven't been able to make the money back, but in the long run, it's going to be cheaper for me. Okay, so I bought this tripod, and then groceries. I realized that I do groceries at least once or twice a week. And then dentist, this money will be refunded, but I needed to put it because I wanted to track every debit. So this dentist was for teeth cleaning. I was charged 112 euros, but my insurance company will have to pay back this particular money. And then for nails, I fix my nails. I love nails. I love my nails looking very good, toes and hands. So they cost 71 euros. I'm not going to go down on that. Then screen guard and phone case. I had to protect the phone. So these two expenses on the 8th were properly done. And then groceries on the 9th, I spent 1.55, which means that it's either I just went to grab vegetable or I went to grab shawarma wrap. But I tracked it as well. And then on the 9th, I paid for Cyprus visa, I paid for the flight, I paid for insurance. I've come to appreciate the importance of insurance. So now, whenever I'm booking any flight or doing anything and I see insurance, I pay for it. Then Cyprus adjustment, because I needed to adjust my trip. I didn't know that my passport had less than 6 months, the date I booked. So when I applied, they told me that I had to readjust the date. So that readjusting cost me 61 euros. And then I did groceries again on the 10th, transport both on the 10th, Sephora and Primark shopping and Saturn. These 3 expenses, guys. That day, I don't know what I was feeling, but I wanted to gift myself something. I wanted to buy a new perfume. I wanted to buy some makeup products. So I went to Sephora and bam, bam, I got debited 195 euros. Primark shopping, this one I can explain. So my gym bag caught, my laptop bag caught, and I needed to replace them. So I went to Primark and I bought them for, yeah. And then Saturn Electronics. So this one is, I had to buy hair straightener. So if you see this hair is a little bit straight. I didn't have hair straightener and I felt like it was an investment for my hairs because they're a little bit pricey, so I need to maintain them properly. And then I insured it as well. So the money initially was like around 40 something, but because I paid for insurance alongside in case anything happens to it, it amounted to 52 euros. And then on the 10th again, YouTube subscription, Epidemic Sound. So for my videos, if you hear any song on either my vlog channel or this finance channel is from Epidemic Sound, I pay every month 13 euros to be able to access those song music. Scooter. So when I go to the gym in the morning alone, because I usually go with my friend, but whenever I'm going alone, because it's usually around 5:30, very dark, and it's a little bit long distance rather, to trek from my house to the train station, like about 12 minutes. So sometimes if I want to cut that trip short, I use scooter. So you can see this scooter is to and fro. So 0.72 and 0.84. Then we have Uber, Bolt, transport. Guys, I realized that the money I spend on transportation, we'll get there. Then I did groceries on the 12th. I bought phone data, groceries, Bolt, therapy, Uzo's hotel. So my sister moved to the UK for her master's, and when she got there, we needed her to, have a place to stay until she found a house. So her school was not in London where I have my brother, so it was outside of London, so she needed to stay in a hotel. I had to pay for that, and then Uber, groceries, Bolt, house deposit. So she finally found a house, and we haven't finalize the year, but you have to pay for deposit. So I paid for that. Transport. Then home, this huge 400 euros is, I'm currently in Berlin now, but my family, they live in Nigeria, so almost every month I send something back home. We have groceries. Then on 31st, DHL to UK. I have a laptop for my sister that I want to send to her to help her with her studies. And then I invested in stocks, which is what I put here. So at the end of it all, guys, this month of, okay, by the time you're watching this video, it's February. But the month of January, I spent, today is 31st, and then I'm not going out again. I've done all my debiting. But at the end of it all, in the month of January 2023, I spent a whooping sum of 5,359 euros, 1 cent or 1 penny. My head is headaching me. This money is huge. Like, this thing scraped my savings. Like, oh God. Oh my God. Now, what I had to then do was to break down each of these expenses into categories. Let's see which category is stealing my money. Which category is stealing my money? I then got to realize that for groceries, I spent 323 euros 50 cents, which I'm very okay with, because what I normally pay myself every month is around 600 to 700 euros. So this is good, right? It's okay. Now, transport. This one will not repeat itself. Guys, I didn't know that I spent so much money on transport. And tell me why I'll be using Uber and Bolt all the time when I have a monthly ticket that I pay 86 euros for. Tell me how. Like, how? See, at that time, what I used to do is if I want to go out, I'll be like, oh, the weather is very cold. Let me use Uber. Let me use Bolt. Well, after doing this calculation, I'm seeing 254 euros for transport. Why? You know what? If I invest 254 euros in crypto or stocks, in the next 2 or 3 years, I know what it will yield for me. Like, that was what I told myself, no can do. It is not repeating itself. Don't worry, we'll get to where I wrote non-recurring expenses. Now, after that, I went to phone. I realized that for the phone cost me everything 1942, which is 1,942, which is a huge amount of money, and I know it's not going to be a recurring expenses. So there is no way I'm spending 5,000 again in a month. Now we go to health. For health, we have my teeth insurance, we have the dentist, and we have the therapy. At least for this teeth cleaning, I'm going to get refunded for that, but still, this one took 153 euros for health. And then for subscription, my subscription, I have gym, I paid 20 euros. Script subscription, which is the app I use for reading, 10 euros. And then my Epidemic Sound, 13 euros. And then data. This data own will fluctuate because sometimes I pay 20 euros. What my monthly data is 17 euros. But when I pay 20 euros this month, pay 20 euros next month, there will be some left that the upper month I just have to add maybe 10 euros. So that's why for this month you're seeing data for 10 euros. So at the end of it all, my subscription takes me 52.99 euros. And now we go to travel. For travel, everything for this Cyprus so far is 667 euros. So for travel, I'm not mad at travel because like I love traveling and seeing the world, because I know that for February I'm not going to book any. Okay, I'm going to book flight for Valencia. I want to travel to Valencia April towards my birthday. I want to celebrate my birthday there. So for February, when we do this again, we might see another travel expenses, but I'm not mad at this. This is okay. Now for Ozol's Masters, so far, like what we've been able to spend since she moved there is 314 euros, which I'm okay with. Then enjoyment and gift. See, before I used to struggle to gift myself something or buy things for myself, but I told myself that this year you're going to get comfortable with spending on yourself. And it's not like the spending is out of this world. Let's look at it. Drink at a club, which I went with my friends. It was nice. Everything was 18 euros. Then this tripod is a gift to myself for content creation, so 20.98. It will not be reoccurring. Then nails, I work hard to not have to look good, so nails 71 euros. It will reoccur February. And then Sephora shopping. This Sephora shopping, it might not reoccur for February, but my reoccur match. But why I'm saying it is because I was able to buy one perfume, then I bought foundation, lip gloss, and primer. So those three things, these last three that I mentioned, I wouldn't have to buy them again until maybe like the next 5 or 6 months. But for perfume, I like buying perfume at least maybe like once in 2 months. I love perfumes a lot. So it will reduce, or it might not occur next month. So then the Primark shopping will not occur because I have those school bags now, and so I'm good. And then for this Saturn Electronics as well, that's the hair straightener, it will not occur again because I'm not going to purchase it next month. And then for stocks, this one might even increase. I like investing. If you're on this channel, you know that I always talk about investing. I've already invested in crypto, so I'm not going to add the money because I had the money previously and I just, swapped and purchased some coins. But for stocks, I took 100 euros to the trading app that I use. So everything amounted to 534 euros. And then for Nigeria back home, 400. And then house contribution. For house, the first contribution we did was 20 euros because the one we contributed December wasn't enough to run the house for January. And then my rent is 5 something, but we also contribute 100 euros each person to run the house, so it amounts to 695. So at the end of it all, house took 715 euros. Man, God. When I was looking at this and I was having anxiety, I'm like, where did all this money come from first? And how did I spend all this money? Nah. So I have to be, let me not say we, because I know that some people might be way better than me when it comes to spending. So what I then had to do was I had to draw up, I had to do this pie chart to see. You can see here that house 715 took 13%, transport 4.7%, groceries 6%, phone 36%, health 2.9%, subscription 1%, travel 12%, Ozos Masters 5.9%, and gifting and outing 10%, Nigeria 7.5%. So now what I then had to do, so at the end of it, you can see that the January spending, I spent 5,359 euros, 1 penny or 1 cent. So now what I then had to do to calm my spirit that I am not an extravagant person, I had to check non-recurring expenses just to know that, okay, calm down, don't worry, just because you made some important expenses. So non-recurring expenses, we have phone. I'm not going to buy phone in February. Screen guard, I'm not buying that. It came 3. I have screen guard. Phone case, I have my phone case. I'm not changing it anytime soon. Dentist, I'm not cleaning my teeth for at least the next 6 months because you do it twice a year. And then the tripod, I'm not buying that again. I already have it and it's of good quality. Everything about the Cyprus insurance, blah blah blah, all cancelled, all done for January. I will be doing that in February. Then this Sephora shopping, I know that I have enough perfume that will last me the whole of February, and I'm not buying any makeup stuff, so it's not reoccurring. The Primark shopping, I'm not buying back again. My hair straightener is not reoccurring. Uzo's hotel, will not be paying for the hotel because she'll have a house, right? And then the deposit, I'm not going to pay for it again. And then for Uber and Bolt, guys, I took out 200. I told myself that as long as you're in Berlin, you're going to use the public transport unless it's essential, let's say night trip, or it's raining heavily and you must go out. So I took out 200. I said 86 euros monthly ticket, and then I'll just give myself maybe like 60 euros for emergencies. That's like 100 and something euros. And then DHL to UK for the laptop. I'm not going to be DHLing again. So at the end of it all, everything amounted to 3,582 euros that I won't be spending again. So if we check it now and we see 5,003, let's see, what was the total? So we do 5,359 minus 3,000. 582. So at the end of it, you see that 1,777, which I'm actually okay with it, right? Like if this is what February, this is what I'm going to spend in February, I'm very, very, very okay with that. I'm even trying to see if there's a way I can put it back, push it down a little bit, but I also don't want to suffer myself in this, in the sense that I want to save. So how I do it is I try to make sure that I'm saving at least 50%, or if not more than 50% of my earnings. So this is good. If I can get to keep this below 2K for February, I'll be very, very proud of myself. But you have to subscribe and come back beginning of March to see how we did for the month of February. But yeah, guys, this morning it didn't cut my neck. I will not like this phone was the culprit. But I'm very happy that, and I'm extremely grateful to God that I was able to fund it and not have to ask anyone, which I pray that it continues, that I don't have to be in a position where I have to beg or ask for money, that I'm always going to be able to provide for myself, my family, and everyone that concerns me, and any other person that I can help. So yeah, this is what I spend living in Berlin for month of January. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, this video is in no way for me to brag or be proud. I just want to, keep myself accountable for the promises I made to myself that I want to grow my finances this year. So more videos on finance coming sure for February. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more interesting content like this. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.